A color story is not a rigid color palette. It's not a rule that you're expected to follow every day. It's not about dressing for one mood all the time. And it's definitely not a reason to overhaul your wardrobe. A color story is simply a repeatable structure that you can rely on when you're getting dressed. It's the logic behind why some color combinations work for you and others consistently don't. So in this video, I'm walking you through my 4-step formula for building a color story. By the end, you'll have a system that you can use with any outfit, regardless of your preferred color palette. Let's take a look at some examples. Color stories become much easier to recognize when you describe them in terms of contrast. Most fall into a few repeatable structures, but of course any combination is possible. You might recognize yourself in one or two right away. High value contrast plus low energetic contrast. Black and white or very light and very dark neutrals. This is rings 1 and 2 on the Tibby color wheel. If you're not familiar with the Tibby color wheel, we covered that in episode 3 of this series. Here's a quick refresher. Ring 1 is black. Ring 2 is your non-black neutrals. Ring 3 is no color colors, so these are muted dimensional colors. And ring 4 is brights. And if you want to know exactly where your colors sit on the Tibby color wheel, the Swatch Library maps all of your colors to their Tibby color ring. It's completely free, so go ahead and grab it at the link in the description. This color story feels sharp, graphic, and intentional. It can also feel overly severe at times, in which case adding a mid-tone neutral or ring 3 colors can add depth and dimension without necessarily losing sharpness. High value contrast plus high energetic contrast. This is black and white plus a bright or highly saturated color. Rings 1, 2, and 4. This feels bold, expressive, high impact, and sometimes sporty. It can feel very bold because the bright colors are creating maximum contrast against the black and white base. Using small pops of color against a black and white base can feel more approachable, or you can add muted tones to bring balance. Low value contrast plus high energetic contrast. Mid-tone neutrals or muted tones paired with brights. Rings 2 or 3 and 4. This still feels lively, but much more wearable than black with brights. The mid-tone neutral or ring 3 base allows the brights to shine without overwhelming the look. This is probably the most underrated combination of the 4, and it's a great place to start for people who like color, but not harsh contrast. And low value contrast plus low energetic contrast. Mid-tone neutrals plus muted or dimensional colors. Rings 2 and 3. This color story feels calm and grounded, but it can also feel too soft or muddy at times, in which case adding a bright color or even white can help add focus. You'll likely find that there's just 1 to 3 color stories that you'll return to again and again. Now, the formula. Step 1, identify the mood mismatch. When an outfit feels off, I think color is often the last thing that we consider. Instead of jumping to an entirely new look, pause and ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Do I feel bolder or louder than I want to today? Do I feel flat or dull? Do I feel sharper or harsher than my actual mood? Step 2, check value contrast. The difference between the dark and light areas of your outfit. Is there too much contrast for the mood that I want, or not enough? If an outfit feels harsher or louder than intended, value contrast is usually the culprit, not necessarily the color choice itself. Here are some easy contrast corrections that you can apply within your own looks without changing the entire outfit. Swapping black for a non-black neutral that you already own, removing one extreme, like a very light or very dark color, from the outfit, and bringing values closer together. This could be dark plus dark, light plus light, or all mid-range tones. Step 3, check energetic contrast using the Tibby color wheel. The further away your colors are on the Tibby color wheel, the higher the energetic contrast. In my experience with clients, here are some common color problems that you might recognize. Black paired with a very bright color feeling too bold or confrontational. Bright colors feeling childish or overwhelming. Neutrals feeling flat or lifeless without any dimension. Low contrast muted tones feeling tired or muddy. and all black or black and white looks feeling too sharp or assertive. This is where the Tibby color wheel becomes super practical. The fix isn't necessarily to remove the problem color. Instead, there are 4 main ways to balance it out. Step 4, create balance. Once you've identified the problem in terms of value contrast and energetic contrast, the possible solutions become much clearer. Too much value contrast? Add midtones, swap darks for lights, or vice versa. Not enough value contrast? Swap midtones for darker or lighter colors, or add darks and lights. Too much energetic contrast? Add or swap for colors in adjacent color rings. Not enough energetic contrast? Add or swap for colors in distant color rings. If you still feel like an individual problem color is standing out, try adding a buffer using one of these styling tricks. Reduce its surface area by opening a jacket, tucking it, or layering over it. Move it away from the face if it's overpowering, or add a scarf or dicky near the face to create separation. Ground it with a non-black neutral color, ring 2, elsewhere in the outfit, or add a dimensional muted piece, ring 3, to soften transitions. This is where ring 2 and ring 3 colors often act as a visual glue. When you've made these adjustments, you're not just saving an outfit, you're also discovering your color stories. You're learning which contrast levels feel right on you, which color energies you consistently need more or less of in your wardrobe, which combinations resonate with you, and which ones push things a little too far. And once you know which color stories work best for you, you can start reaching for them on purpose, not just when something feels off. None of this requires a specific color palette, but if you find that certain contrast levels or color energies are easier to work with, that's often connected to your underlying color type. Knowing your color type does not replace color stories or restrict your creativity. It simply makes them easier to build and repeat. So if you want to remove that layer of guesswork, a color analysis is a genuinely useful step. And if you already know your type, the color guides go deeper with examples of each color story mapped to your season. Both are linked in the description. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more personal style and capsule wardrobe videos. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't seen episodes 2 and 3 yet, I'll link them right here.